My name is Sarah Clark of Create Move Pilates, and I'm here today to show you the workout routine that I use to get my body summer festival ready. I've been going to summer music festivals since 2004, so I know the toll that they can take on your body. I've always said that a music festival is a marathon, not a sprint. And if you were getting ready for any kind of marathon, you would train your body. So you have to train your body for the Summer Music Festival. Before the festival, you have to keep your body healthy during the festival, and you need an exercise routine to recuperate after the festival. This workout is great for all of that. Let's go ahead and begin. Bring your feet right underneath your hips and stand with your hands by your sides. Bend your right knee, lifting your right heel and rolling through the foot. And set the right knee down and bend the left knee, lifting the left heel, rolling through the foot and set the left heel down. Keep the hips stable while you focus on moving slowly and rolling through the joint at the top of the foot. Moving side to side and really focusing on keeping the knees pointing forward in line with your shoulders. Make sure that they don't point out to the side of the room. When you roll through the foot, you want to end up right between the second and third toe. So there's equal weight on the big toe and the peeking toe. Let's go ahead and add our hip movements to this. So you're going to start moving the hips side to side in opposition, just as if you're walking, rolling through the foot and staying heavy between the second and third toes as you lift that heel. You may get some cracking in the feet, that's okay, they're adjusting. From here, we're going to do some pelvic tilts. You're going to go ahead and pause the legs, bring your hands to your hips. Your fingers should be on the bones at the front of the hips, the thumbs behind the hips. Take an inhale, and on your exhale, lengthen the low back and tuck your tailbone between your legs by pulling the navel in and up and feeling a connection between the front of the pelvis. Inhale and exhale, tuck that tail. We'll keep the length of the rest of the spine. And inhale, return to neutral, and exhale, tuck that tail. The thumbs will lower towards the floor. And inhale to return to neutral. I'm going to stand to the side so you can see that. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, tuck. Pull that navel in and up. This shouldn't be a glute squeeze. Inhale, neutral. Two more. Exhale, tuck. Keep the glutes wide and relaxed. And inhale, neutral. One more time. Exhale, tuck. Feel that low back lengthen. And inhale, neutral. From here, we're going to do some pelvic clocks. You're going to imagine your pubic bone hitting all the numbers on the clock face. We're going to start by going clockwise. Exhale the pubic bone towards 12. Inhale as you send the pubic bone off to 3 and then behind you at 6, and exhale to bring it to 9 and 12, and inhale to 3 and 6, and exhale to 9 and 12, and inhale to 3 and 6, and exhale to 9 and 12, and inhale to 3 and 6, and exhale to 9 and 12. We're going to go counterclockwise. Inhale to 9 and 12, and exhale to 3 and 6, and inhale to 9 and 12, and exhale to 3 and 6, and inhale to 9 and 12, and exhale to 3 and 6, and inhale to 9 and 12, and exhale to 3 and 6, and inhale to 9 and 12, and exhale to 3 and 6. Go ahead and pause and bring your arms out into a T. I want you to imagine that you have shooting lasers out of the arms, and I want you to drop the shoulder blades down the back. All right, nice strong arms. From here, we're going to side bend your shooting laser beams out of the fingers the entire time. Side bend to one side, lifting the hand above the head and keeping it nice and straight. The other hand goes to the thigh. Inhale and exhale, stack. And inhale, side bend to the other side. And exhale, stack. And inhale, side bend to the other side, keeping the spine long. And exhale, stack. And inhale, side bend. And exhale, stack. And inhale, side bend, still shooting lasers out of the fingers. And exhale, stack. And inhale, side bend. And exhale, stack. And inhale, side bend. And exhale, stack. From here, we're going to make small circles with the arms. You're still got those laser beams out of the fingers. The arms are nice and strong. The shoulder blades are down the back and on the side of the body so you don't feel any neck tension. And switch direction of your circle. Reach out of those fingers. Yeah, trying to keep the body stable. From here, you can bring your hands down to your sides and roll your shoulders open towards the back of the body. Bring your hands to the tops of the shoulders and roll your elbows. Rolling those elbows and making big circles. And switch the direction of your circle. This should feel good. From here, we're going to roll down to all fours. Inhale the hands up to the sky. Exhale, tuck the chin and dive forward. Rolling down. You're going to bend one knee and then the other when the hands hit the mat. Bring the knees right underneath you, the hands right under the shoulders. Reach out of the crown of the head while you reach your sit bones behind you, lengthening the spine. Feel the shoulder blades widen on the back. Take an inhale, and your exhale, extend your right leg behind you, keeping it in line with your pelvis. Make sure that you feel a nice connection to the inner thigh of the stabilizing leg. From here, you're going to point your toes towards the ground and reach out of that heel as you pulse your leg up towards the ceiling, making sure that the low back doesn't move. Okay, trying to keep the torso as stable as possible. Keep that navel lifted. From here, you're going to bend your knee, bring your heel towards the ceiling, and exhale, straighten, kicking away from you. Try to keep the pelvis stable as you do this. Try to keep centered along the midline so you don't feel as if you're falling off to one side. Try to bend the knee so it lines up with the sit bone. You're still straightening and bending, and straighten and bend, and straighten and bend, and one more, straighten and bend. And from here, you can set the knee down underneath your hip. And exhale to extend the left leg behind you. Flex the foot, pointing the toes towards the floor, and reach out of that heel. Make sure you don't feel like you're going to fall over. You need activation on the inner thigh of the stabilizing leg. Pulse your heel towards the ceiling, making sure that you don't feel any movement in the low back. Very stable. We're working the hamstrings so that they're the ones that turn on while we're dancing and we're walking around the festival so that we don't end up tight in the front of the legs. This also helps us get a nice perky booty, so that's a plus. And then from here, you're going to bend the knee so that the heel's towards the ceiling and straighten. And bend and straighten. And bend and straighten. And bend and straighten, and bend, and straighten, and one more, bend, and straighten. From here, set the knee down. Bring your forehead to the floor between the hands. Bring your elbows on either side of the ears, and place your hands in prayer pose behind the head. The sit bones will be pointed up towards the ceiling, really reaching behind you while the head stays rooted into the earth. I want you to reach the place that's between the shoulder blades, the spine between the shoulder blades. I want you to reach it down towards the floor and then towards your nose. You might need to walk your elbows away, walk your head away to do this. But you're reaching that space at the middle of the back towards the floor as you reach your sit bones towards the ceiling. Trying to feel the shoulder blades wide on the back, not pinching together. Inhale, reach that same space towards the ceiling. Exhale, send it towards the floor. And then inhale, reach it towards the ceiling. Bring the hands right back under the shoulders so you're on all fours again. Exhale, lift the navel and tuck the tail. Lift the rib cage, lower the head, looking at the thighs. Inhale, lift the head, sink the rib cage, sending the heart between the arms as you send your sit bones towards the wall behind you. And exhale, lift that navel, tuck the tail, float, lift the rib cage, and lower the head, rounding the spine as much as possible. And inhale, lift the head, sink the rib cage, lift the sit bones. And one more time, exhale, lift the navel, tuck the tail, lift the rib cage, lower the head. And inhale, lift the head, lower the heart between the arms, and send the tail out behind you. From here, you're going to bring your right ankle in front of your left knee. Bring the right knee in line with the hip. You're going to walk your left leg out behind you and push your pubic bone down towards the floor. You're trying to get your sit bone to reach the floor. I know you can't see my leg back there, but it's just reaching out long behind me. My leg is flat. I'll crawl forward for the next one so you can see a little better. Reaching the heart forward. Shoulder blades are down the back. Inhale into the front of the chest and exhale to push into the hands and uncross the leg, coming back to all fours. From here, you're going to cross the left ankle in front of the right knee. Bringing the left knee back so that it's in line with the hip. Send the right leg out behind you. Reaching long, trying to get the sit bone towards the floor. You can see I'm a little tighter on this side. Reaching the heart towards the ceiling. Letting the hip relax as much as possible. From here, you're going to swing that leg back, pushing into the hands. Come back to all fours, then swing your legs underneath you to come and sit down on your sit bones with your knees bent and your feet right in front of you. We're going to warm up the lower abs. You're going to reach the arms out in front of you, not curling the spine forward, but connecting with the side of the body. Lift out of the crown of the head. As you exhale, tuck your tail underneath you, sliding behind the sit bones and still reaching out of that space where the neck and the skull meet. Inhale, return to new start. And exhale, curl back. And inhale, start. And exhale, curl back. And inhale, start. And exhale, curl back. And inhale to start. 3 more. Exhale, curl back behind the sit bones, pulling that navel back and pulling the pubic bone towards the face. Inhale. And exhale one more time, lifting up. And inhale, right on top of the sit bones. And from here, you're going to take your right hand and place it in your left. And exhale, curl back. And inhale up. So both my hands are off to the left. Exhale, curl back. Inhale up. Exhale, curl behind the sit bones. Inhale, lift. 3 more. Stay tall in the space behind the eyeballs. Exhale, curl back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, curl back. Inhale, lift. 1 more. Exhale, roll back. And inhale, lift. Bring your hands shoulder width apart. Bring your left hand into your right. Exhale, pull back. Roll back. Excuse me. Inhale, lift. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, lift. 3 more. Exhale, curl behind those sit bones, pulling that navel back. And inhale, lift. Keep length out of the spine as you exhale, roll back. And inhale, lift. 1 more. Exhale, curl back. And inhale, lift. From here, you can swing your legs underneath you, coming up onto your knees. Tuck your toes underneath your feet and rock back onto the toes, giving your feet a nice little stretch. So I'm thinking about those feet a lot. Rolling back and forth, reaching the heels towards the ground, getting ready to stand up. This next one, we're going to reach those heels towards the ground and stand on up. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have tons of fun this summer, and I hope that you enjoyed what you saw so that you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Create Move Pilates, or tell me all about your adventures on Facebook or Instagram at Create Move Pilates. Have a really great day. Bye!